the city 2 years ago when a masked man suddenly approached him.
And I turned around to greet him. He had a gun pointed at me. I just kind of froze.
And what did he say?
Give me your keys.
They're known as arrow keys in the Postal Service. They can open virtually all the mailboxes in a delivery area. They're so valuable, it's against federal law for anyone unauthorized to be in possession of one. But that hasn't been enough to stop a nationwide wave of robberies, like this one in Brooklyn, and here in Houston, by criminals trying to get their hands on a precious arrow key. In Philadelphia, this surveillance video captures a man on a busy street corner who says he has a gun threatening to shoot a postal worker unless he hands over his arrow key. Our Scripps News investigation found in 2021, 132 arrow keys were snatched away from mail carriers. By last year, that number had more than tripled to 418. When our data team mapped the location of all the robberies, we found reports of arrow keys stolen from letter carriers in 39 states and Washington, D.C. So what do criminals do with these arrow keys?
My advice to consumers is
Few people have tracked the answer to that question more closely than Professor David Myman. He runs the evidence-based cybersecurity research group at Georgia State University. His team specializes in monitoring online underground markets that criminals use to sell illegal goods.
criminals, we're selling those arrow keys for a wide range of prices, starting from $1,000 to $7,000,
One key could be worth thousands of dollars?
thousands of dollars.
Myman showed us some of the illicit online markets he and his team have infiltrated, giving us a rare look at where arrow keys commonly end up.
So these are some of the arrow keys. It's highly possible that these two arrow keys came from a mail carrier.
Oh, this one's offering to deliver you the key.
Same day.
One of the keys we saw going for $4,500 included a specific zip code. Another one had NY and NJ scrawled below it.
This is an arrow key which will open New York mailboxes. You see the price?
$1,200?
That's right.
Arrow keys are so valuable because once thieves have one, they can quickly steal troves of mail. An attorney in Charlotte, North Carolina shared with Scripps News this surveillance video of two masked men approaching a cluster mailbox outside her office. Watch as they use an arrow key to open these rows of mailboxes belonging to multiple businesses. In less than a minute, they load a black trash bag full of everything inside. They're after your checks, Lyman told us, and they often end up on the same online markets selling those arrow keys.
Well, check this out, man. This is the $3 million IRS check.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
There are also handwritten personal checks for sale from all over the country for much smaller amounts that crooks can alter and then cash for a higher sum.
This one is very fresh as well.
Chances are these people have no idea that their checks have been stolen from the mail and are now for sale.
Unfortunately, you're right.
The job of preventing all this mail theft falls to the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, headquartered in Washington. That's where we met Deputy Chief Peter Rendina. Is there something that is making the mail more enticing for criminals than in years past?
There's been a change. We're seeing that these mail thieves are now much more organized, whether it's financial.
That's why they cheat the elections. They steal all your mail-in ballots.
They can access that if they can get access to it.
The Postal Service launched Project Safe Delivery a year ago, installing more secure blue collection boxes in high theft areas and replacing 28,000 arrow keys with electronic locks. But an Inspector General's report released last fall said much more needs to be done. It said the Postal Inspection Service still needs to finalize a mail theft strategy and should be requiring specialized training for postal inspectors assigned to investigate mail theft. This report seems to be saying that your office is not doing enough to tackle mail theft.
To be a United States Postal Inspector, you have to go through a basic training academy. They work on mail theft techniques. We're doing surges of resources where we're seeing the most crime. We've done a number of city surges, specifically in Chicago, San Francisco, and cities across Ohio.
In the past 5 months,
You don't say.
robberies and complaints about mail theft have dropped while arrests are up. Do you have the resources you need to really get a handle on this problem?
Yes, we do, but our letter carriers are part of your community. If you see someone suspicious following the carrier or a vehicle that keeps circling the area while your carrier is I'm asking you, call 911.
Letter carriers have been holding rallies across the country to draw attention to the threat they face on the street. Jeremiah Grant spoke about being one of 6 letter carriers attacked in Oklahoma since 2022.
During the robbery, I felt an overwhelming fear.
And that's how Democrats are stealing elections with mail-in ballots.
After months spent reliving the trauma of that day, Grant gave up his job as a letter carrier. He now works as a clerk inside a local post office.
I don't feel comfortable being on the street carrying the mail.
You really liked being a letter carrier?
I did. It was a great job. I loved it. Just the freedom and kind of flexibility to just be out there on our own all day.
This robbery changed that.
Absolutely. This robbery changed everything.